Hey everyone, welcome to Wax Pack Wisdom. I'm Jake T. O'Donnell. Today is a really special edition. I'm really excited to share with you guys the completed 1961 Fleer Celtics run. I am wearing green today, Celtics green. It is also St. Patrick's Day when I'm posting it, so happy St. Patrick's Day. Please be safe out there for everybody out there that celebrates, that enjoys the festivities around St. Patrick's Day. I'm sure probably most of it happened over the weekend, but hopefully have a nice time and enjoy. But for me as a Celtics fan, it's always fun. And it's really fun because I get to celebrate the arrival of the last three cards in SGC slabs that came in my most recent SGC submission that completes the run for me. So now I have all 11 cards in the run, and I'm going to show those to you in a minute. I actually already recorded it over at the break table over there. I had all the cards laid out and went through each card. I'll show you the three cards that came back in the most recent order and what the grades are amongst the group that of the whole thing. It was two raw cards I sent in and one crossover from PSA, so to have all 11 cards all in SGC slabs. So I'm going to show that in a minute. There were 5 cards total in the SGC order, and I'm going to show the 2 non-Celtics cards before I go over there and show you the whole Celtics run. Just for context on the Celtics run, the 61 Fleer Celtics run, this is during a time when they win their 4th consecutive NBA title in 61-62. And it's in the midst of a run where they win 8 titles in a row. And it's, of course, during Bill Russell's career, in which he plays 13 NBA seasons, and the Celtics win the title 11 times. So, and all of the players, there are 6 individual players that have cards in the set, or maybe it's 7. It's 7 players, I believe, that have individual cards in the set. And then there's 4 in-action cards that depict 4 of those 7 players. They're all Hall of Famers. They all ended up in the Basketball Hall of Fame. And of course, they're all multiple-time NBA champions, or at least maybe one of them only won one NBA championship. But because one of them was 61-62 was the only year he was on the Celtics. And it was the last year of his career, pretty much. So we'll get to that in a minute. I have not watched the new Celtic City documentary on HBO Max. I do need to watch that. I've heard it's really good, and I think that some of the time that's been covered in the documentary so far, the docuseries so far, covers the era that these guys played in. So we'll get to that in a minute. You'll get to watch those. I want to share the other 2 cards that were in the order first. If you have watched the channel, you've seen both of these in their raw form, and I'm not going to cover up the grades or anything because they both have the same grade. And they both pretty much got the grade I was expecting, although one of them, maybe I kind of wish it had graded a little bit higher. First one I'll just show is, we'll go just chronologically of the 2, is my 1910 Hassan Cigarettes T218 Jack Johnson, and it got a 1, which is not a surprise given the wear and tear on the card. Beat up, kind of like what Jack Johnson did to everybody in this era. There you see the back. I'll flip it around so you can see it horizontally. But there you go. I was really happy with this buy. I bought this from Prewar Cards on Twitter. Great Anson, great seller, has amazing stuff, and their prices are always super reasonable. And I was really happy with this. And this is an iconic boxing card to add to my collection. I'm going to try to get more boxing cards as I kind of work through the sort of bigger items on my list. So really happy with that. And then the next one of the 2, like I said, maybe wish that this could have gotten a higher grade, but it is what it is. This was the raw 1934 Gaudy Mickey Cochrane that I bought from Richard Budnick at the Cranston Card Show, and it got a 1. And it's kind of, I really wish this had gotten like a 1.5 or a 2. I can live with it just because the reason why you might be able to tell, there's crease, there's a crease that runs all the way along here. It's kind of faint though, and then there's more creasing on the back. You can kind of maybe see, right there. But this is a great one, especially when you look at the centering. Look how beautiful that is. Mickey Cochrane, a Massachusetts native, multi-time champion. I believe this year, 34, he wins the American League MVP. He's the manager of the Tigers in addition to their everyday catcher. And this is the only 34 Gaudy Hall of Famer card that I have right now. So, and of course, also it has Lou Gehrig on it. So why not? This is technically, it's like that. At that same show, I bought that Swell Sport Thrills Ted Williams card that has from the All-Star game that has Joe DiMaggio on it. So that's a Playing Days DiMaggio. And technically, why not? Let's call this a Playing Days Gehrig. Playing Days Gehrig is certainly on my long-term list. So anyway, really happy with this card overall. The grade is what it is. This is staying in my collection anyway. So okay, so that's it. So those were the 2 cards. The other 3 are in the order, the Celtics order, or the Celtics run. So without further ado, let's go over there and I'll show you the full 61 Fleer Celtics run. All right, so I have the 11 cards right here, and I'm going to lay them all out right here so you'll see them all at the end. I'm going to go in order that they are in the set. There's 66 cards total. I'm going to go, like I said, in order. So card number 7 is Carl Braun, and this is actually one that just came back in the SGC order. You can see this got a 4. I bought this raw on Facebook, and it's got a little bit of kind of scratching right there, but it's still got a 4. Pretty nicely centered card. Take a look at the back there. So this is the number 7 card in the set. And I apologize for the glare. I'm not really sure. I'll try to do my best to keep the glare out of this. So Carl Braun only played 1 year with the Celtics. This was the last year of his career. He was mostly known for playing with the Knicks as a guard. And he mostly came off the bench this year, 1961-62. So I'm pretty sure he might be the only guy who has a card in those first 3 NBA sets. 49 Bowman, 57 Topps, 61 Fleer. I think he might be he's one of the only guys, if not the only guy. And mostly known for his time with the Knicks, but did, like I said, played this one last year of his career with the Celtics. And so this was, like I said, I just got that one back in the SGC order, so I'm going to put that there. That's my little marker on the side there, so hopefully I did this right, and all of these will go back the way that I had them before when I was setting up. All right, the next card in the set is number 10, and it's Bob Cousy. This is an SGC 3. Bought this one from Sammy Thunder at the last White Plains show. Shout out to Sammy, who I know has had a bunch of these cards. I mean, what can we say about the Coos? The Houdini of the hardwood, one of the all-time greats, really revolutionized play in the game of basketball with the effectively being the guy that Red Auerbach entrusted to kind of create the fast breaks. Thankfully is still with us and is such a legend, and so thankful that the Celtics won one more title for him. Just has made his home, made his life in Worcester, and we're very thankful to still have Cousy around. So that's a nice one. So that one's going to go right there. Speaking of guys that everybody who's a Celtics fan loves, there's number 19, Tommy Heinsohn, with a great smile on his face. And, if you're a Celtics fan, he just is somebody that was so special. The announcer for so many years. Not to be forgotten as an amazing player and a Hall of Fame player. Also played at Holy Cross. And just a truly wonderful person, and somebody that was such a part of the fabric of being a Celtics fan for decades as an announcer, and somebody that still, I still think of the things that he said, and it just makes me very happy. But, drafted the same year as Bill Russell, and just like such a critical part of all of those championship teams through the 60s. So this one I bought raw at a card show and came back as a 3. So there we go. All right, next one is a rookie card. This is Casey Jones. So this might be the one card of the run that I will try to update at some point. I have seen a couple of better condition ones. This one was just a 1.5. I bought this from Steve Winnick at a card show. I can't remember what show I got this from him at, but Casey Jones, I think maybe better remembered a bit as the coach of the '80s teams, but again was a great defensive player. He was teammates with Bill Russell at the University of San Francisco University, and then also with the Celtics. He's one of these guys that is there's not a lot of guys in the history of the NBA that can say that they have a college championship, a Olympic gold medal, and an NBA championship, and he's one of them. So, and then again was the coach in the '80s, won the '84 and '86 title, coaching Larry Bird and Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale and those guys. So there we go. Speaking of Jones, is another rookie card. Sam Jones, rookie, 4.5. This was also, I bought the Cousy and this card from Sammy Thunder at the White Plains show. Again, shout out to Sammy. Sam Jones was a sharpshooter. Similar to Bill Russell, his last game was the 69 championship. And yeah, this is such a great card. And yeah, he was a quiet guy, but just an amazing player, an amazing shooter, and such a critical part of all of those championship teams. So really happy with that one. That's one that's definitely going to stick around for me. Okay, so that's the first 5 cards. We got 6 more left. So this is one that just came back in the SGC order, and it was the Frank Ramsey. So this one gets a 4 also. So both the Braun and the Ramsey got 4s. Frank Ramsey was an all-time great 6-man. Came off the bench, forward, just a really tremendous player. And again, all these guys are Hall of Famers, I mentioned that. And yeah, from University of Kentucky, just tremendous. So this was very happy that this came back in a 4. All right. Next is the last of the regular cards in the set, and of course, it's Bill Russell. One of the greatest players of all time, the greatest Celtic of all time. This is a 2.5. I bought this at the Shriners. Not really sure what you can say about Bill Russell that hasn't already been said. Just probably the greatest winner in the history of North American professional sports, and 11-time NBA champion. Won a gold medal, won a NCAA championship as well. And just really happy with this copy of this card. It's I know this is under a 3, but I'm probably going to stick with it just because it presents so beautifully, and what a great card. All right, so the last 4 cards are all the in-action cards. And first one is going to be Bob Cousy lays one up in a 5. I bought this also at Shriners last year in November. So there you go. It's one of my, I think the 5s are my highest graded ones in this set. Again, just such a special player and a special person who thankfully is still with us, and just a treasure as a Celtics fan is to have Coos still around. Tommy Heinsohn goes up for a shot. This also in a 5. This is one I bought raw. I bought both of the Heinsohn cards raw and got them graded, and they came back as 5s. Or this one came back as a 5. The other one came back as a 3. But, yeah. So that's a really nice one. The centering is really good on this one. Very happy with that. And then you can see the back. Again, I apologize for the glare, guys. I've tried my best to try to figure out what to do, and it's not it's not easy. But do the best I can here. I'm not a professional. There is Frank Ramsey on guard. This was another one I bought raw. I bought this at a card show, and it's a really good centering on this. So it's good. All right, last card is the last card that came back in the SGC order, and it is the Bill Russell Takes to the Air. This was in a PSA 3. I crossed it over, and I got an SGC 3. So would have loved it if it had gotten a better grade, if it had gotten bumped up to a 4. But I'll take it. Again, not a surprise with a crossover that it would just get the same grade. I was very happy with what I paid for this in the PSA 3. So that's it, guys. Let me just try to move everything over a tad. There you go. That's it. The complete 1961-62 Fleer Celtics run. I would mention that just like the guys that are missing in this set, for guys that were like important parts of those Celtics teams, are Tom Satch Sanders, who is also still alive, and Jim Luskatoff, probably the two guys who had the biggest role. I would say both of those guys played more than Carl Braun did on that team. But Cousy, Heinsohn, Casey Jones, Sam Jones, Frank Ramsey, Bill Russell, like that was kind of your core of the team. And then, like I said, Satch Sanders and Jim Luskatoff also. And, of course, Red Auerbach as the coach. So, again, 4th title in a row, 61-62. 11 and 13 years. They won 8 titles in a row at that during this stretch, and the greatest run ever in the history of the NBA. And because of expansion, because of the way the league's changed, we'll never see anything like that again. So honored to own this, honored to have this run, and really thrilled to complete it. And so that's going to do it for this edition of Waxback Wisdom. Let me know what you think of these. And hope you enjoyed this. Check out where to follow us on all social media channels. Check out our list of favorite nonprofits and charities. Would really mean a lot to us if you could support one of them. Check out our ComC store as well. And stay tuned for more content this week. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time on Waxback Wisdom. Take care.